Hey, everybody. Thanks for the birthday wishes. And actually, Mom is not even going to be able to join us. I called her today and she was like, "Yeah, I have a thing. It's Wednesday night. What kind of thing could you have? It's our thing." Anyway, so for those of you who are here live, welcome. And for those of you who are watching who couldn't make it tonight, if you had a thing, oh, look, there we go. Nightbot's on. Um, hey, William. And yeah, so we both have birthdays this week. So we're kind of celebrating, going to eat crawfish tomorrow night. Hey, is that Lisa? Um, crawfish tomorrow night. So the reason we're going, my birthday is actually Friday, but the reason we're going tomorrow is because everyone in South Louisiana is Catholic. And if you try to go and eat crawfish on Friday night during Lent, it is forever. Takes forever. They run out of crawfish. It's like a bad deal. So we're gonna go on Thursday night instead. And then Sunday, I have a cousin coming in from Houston, having lunch on Monday for Jen's birthday. And yeah, it'll be a fun time. Fun time. Hey everybody. Let's see, we got Tammy, Lisa, William. Who am I missing? All the fun people are here. Melanie. So what I am working on today is I think I've showed you guys the cupcake before. I'm not sure if I did or not, but this is my cupcake wall hanging. Isn't it cute? Oh my God, it looks so big on the screen when I hold it up. That's funny. It doesn't feel that big when I'm working on it. So, what I'm doing tonight is adding ribbon and rickrack and kind of like zhuzhing it up. Does anybody else use the word zhuzh? I'm zhuzhing it up. So again, we have so many items that we just have. This rickrack, y'all. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. This rickrack, I have never seen rickrack this tiny. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at that. I mean, it looks big, but it's not. It's like so small. So I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do getting that on. Getting it on. So I'm going to put that on that'll go on the heart up here to kind of, I think I like the way it looks when I can look at it in the screen. So does it look like reflections on the heart? And also, can you tell I used two different color reds? Like it's darker on one side than the other? It's obvious to me, but that's because I did it maybe. Can you guys see the color difference? Or is it not as stark as I think it is? I don't know. It looks like it's pretty clear to me. So I'm using the red rickrack around the heart. And then I have, again, look how old this stuff is. Rickrack from 1932, 15 cents. It's non-tarnishable cotton metallic. Can I sew through that? I mean, what does metallic even mean? Surely you can sew through metallic rickrack, gold thread. So anyway, so I'm going to put that. I'm going to do it. Let's see if what happens. So that'll be on the bottom right here. I have also some like light colored, just this is just like regular ribbon. I think a lot of this ribbon, I actually, yeah, 10 cents a pack. Isn't that crazy? Is that what the ribbon was? Or is what you got? Your stuff. It's crazy how cheap it was. This one wasn't 10 cents. We have it's called a creative reuse center. And so I go there a lot when I need stuff like ribbon that doesn't have to be like fancy good ribbon, but like I probably paid 10 cents for this. So I got purple. I've got a lighter color purple. I've got again some tiny, itsy bitsy, tiny little pink rickrack. And this is some wider pink rickrack. Now I also found in my stash some like rainbow kind of rickrack, but I don't think it looks good. I like that, like kind of keeping the theme pink and purple because that's what I got going on here. For those of you who are just joining us, so I'm gonna be just like decorating that all up, making it pretty. It'll be a wall hanging with tabs on the top. This is also another pattern that I will have on my website. I think it'll be probably $10, maybe less. I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but it was a pretty not very difficult pattern to make or do, so I might bring the price down a little bit. I have every color bobbin that I'm gonna need. I have all the threads. I have extra scraps, scissors, and some water. So yeah. So I'm actually gonna sew today. You can see through it, protect the iron. So I don't have the backing on it yet. I'm not sure what I missed. As far as protecting the iron, you're talking about the rickrack? Thank you, Judy. Um, I am overly protective of my iron. I have an Aliso that I had no business spending money on, but I did it anyway. So I'm kind of overly protective of it. But a lot of times what I use is my little mini iron from Cricut, my Cricut mini iron. I use that a lot. And just recently too, I think I showed it to y'all a couple weeks ago. Those little clover irons that are like this big, they're tiny, tiny. I love that thing. I just discovered it. In fact, I was using it when I made to put all the pieces on. Um, oh, and a bit of news too from the state of Louisiana. Oh yeah, sewing is fine. Pressing is a concern. Gotcha. I will definitely put something over it when I iron it. That makes sense. So I don't know what made me. I think last week I showed you guys I was working on the road sign from the Louisiana state road signs. Something made me email the state and just say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. Do I need to be concerned about anything?" And they were like, "Yeah, they're not really road signs. They're more logos of from the state, and they're copyrighted, so I can't use them. But I've already made that one, so I'm not going to use it exactly as is. I didn't finish it, but I spent a lot of time on it in Adobe. And so I think what I'm going to do is I have a series of quilts that I call in the boot, and I put different things inside of the shape of Louisiana, and I call it in the boot. It's a series of different quilts that I've made. So I'm going to take the accordion that I made and put that in the boot, and just like it's not going to be the road sign. It's going to be far enough different from it that no one will ever know that's where I took it from. So it'll be accordion in the boot, and then I think I'm going to do an alligator in the boot. I'm going to do some other things. I also this week discovered this lady on Etsy who does art quilts, and she uses, I don't know the technique she uses, but these tiny little strips, and she does art, and her stuff is amazing. So I emailed her, because who doesn't love a good email? So I emailed her and was like, "Hey, yo, I want to like get together. I don't know if I can learn from you if you have classes." They were on her website. So that ought to be cool. Like I'm looking very much forward to that. Uh, yeah, I think that's all the updates I have for everybody. Again, for those of you who missed it, Mom is not here. She had a prior engagement on a Wednesday, something that she did not schedule that was scheduled for her. So, yeah, unfortunately. I'm just thinking I did not get of all the color threads I got. I'm looking over there and my red is over there. I don't have red. I worked so hard to get everything straight and it didn't work. Thank you, Mona. So I'm celebrating by going to get crawfish. And for those of you with channels, you can put exclamation quilt and your channel will pop up. So please share. I want everybody to see everybody. Hey, Rita. I like how you have your name in there. I probably should do that because when I'm when I am not on my channel, I guess people have to kind of know my name. Let me turn on my. Sean's not on. No, it was Sean. It's William. I was gonna say, did Sean? I know yesterday we were talking about whether or not Sean got his new machine or not, and as of yesterday, he did not. I think since I don't have my red, I'm gonna start down here with the metallic. My ridiculously expensive. um Oh, Nightbot's working. Oh wait, there's a little price tag on the back. Just in case the 15 cents on the front didn't work. We got a 15-cent. It pains me sometimes to open this stuff because it's so old. Like I just want to keep it, use it as like a decoration on a quilted Christmas tree or something. Which Jennifer and I do a Christmas tree at the museum in town every year, and we put stuff like this on it hanging, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I didn't actually even see it this year. They took it down before I could go see it. But we did find out yesterday that our quilting exhibit that we're doing is going to be up January, February, and March of 26. So I don't know how much we're going to have to make for that. It's a small town kind of museum, but I'm super excited about it. I don't know what I will make. Yeah, you did work. Out in the night pot. Watch yourself. He's going to cut you off if he knows you're talking negatively about him. Oh, there's something going on with this rickrack. I mean, look how discolored that is. What can I use that for? Y'all, this is going to be so cute. So this quilt is a lot more confetti than the other one that I did. Like it's much smaller pieces. He's a great bot. We love Nightbot. I try not to get too big headed about the museum, because it's probably just they are always in a search for something. I'm not feeling like we're so awesome that it's a big deal. Minimize it. If you expect less, you won't be disappointed, maybe. Y'all, this is gonna be so cute. I don't know if y'all can see it. I need to change my thread color. Although I could probably keep this cream color in there. It's just a little bit too light. It'll probably show up. So I think for the museum, what we'll have to do is some different size stuff. I know they have a bed in the museum, like a something they show. It's like on display, a big bed. So I have to find out what size that bed is, and I'll make a something special for that. I have a pattern for a double wedding ring. I just bought it and I lost it forever. I couldn't find it. I just found it recently. Um, Somebody said when you buy this that it makes it much easier. Slit and sew template. So I bought it actually to make a quilt for my son and his bride, his new wife. But she picked a different pattern, and which is cool with me because I like the one she picked. It's probably much easier than the double wedding ring. Um, so right now, so anyway, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna make for the museum. Right now we have Allie, the Marty Gator is up in the museum right now, but where they have him hanging, he's kind of small. Um, so I definitely need something for the bed. I'll need some wall hanging stuff, maybe a tabletop, like a couple of smaller pieces. I feel like I could do some really cool art stuff. I might definitely have to have one, like, what do they call the main display piece? Is there a name for that? I'm kind of disappointed about the road signs, but I'm gonna figure out a way to I don't know, to honor them in some way, even if it can't be exactly what I was planning to do first, which is like basically to replicate it completely. So I don't know, we'll see. Especially if I was gonna sell them, maybe that would be kind of copyright infringement much. I'm always amazed at when I watch other YouTube channels when they do lives, how and Jess did this last week when she was on my channel. I was like, "Are you even working?" Because like she was there the whole time and present, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm working." And I was like, "I can't concentrate. Like I have to do one thing at a time." As I'm like concentrate on this, I'm realizing that that's what I'm doing. But I hope you guys can see well on the camera. I think I got it. I finally got the whole camera thing set up good. And the other thing, the reason I use the Rick Rack and use all of the yeah, I was afraid that I was gonna spend all that time and um either they would take it away from me, sue me, or I don't know what. Oh wow, a cheetah. Was that fun? I feel like anything with a tiger on it around here is successful because of the LSU tigers. And obviously I'm in love with all things alligator. Now I think this might be too dark. All right, I'm gonna have to take it off and show y'all. So I recently went to use my different sewing machine that doesn't have the thread cutter. Hey Joyce. And I couldn't like I couldn't do anything. We get spoiled so easily. I remember the first time I saw my aunt use a sewing machine that cut the thread for her. I was like, "Oh my God, could you be any lazier? Like that's just ridiculous." And now I'm like, "Oh, I can't sew without it." All right. So I don't know if y'all can see uh, which way is the left. Can you see the line? Does it matter? Is it too dark? Hey Deb, I need some opinions here. Is that line too dark? Does it even matter? So you did have fun with the Polaroid. I don't know. When my grandson was here for Christmas this year, he had a Polaroid. Now he is 3, but he had a Polaroid camera and he was taking the cutest little pictures because it's all like from his perspective. I wish they would have been regular cameras because I wanted like a good picture. But there's the sweetest picture of him and my husband. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it. It is probably a little dark, but I think it'll be okay. And I really don't have a plan other than that I'm going to be kind of outlining it um, with the rickrack and the ribbon, and maybe put some ribbon on the inside. There's a lot of the pink that's coming up that it's not like tied down or stuck down. And I know I'm going to get that when I quilt it. I think when I did Allie though, I put the rickrack and stuff after it was quilted. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I am completely inspired by these art quilts that and the confetti quilts that they use these tiny little pieces. Um, so that's kind of like my inspiration. I'm gonna do a really cool quilt like that one day. That's what I'm working towards. Hello, everybody. I know we've got some new people in here. Want to drop a name? Tell us who you are. And also, if you put exclamation quilt, your channel will pop up. So if you have a channel, please put it in the comments and so everybody can see and go and check out your channel. Hopefully it's a good one and everybody will subscribe. We're all good, right? All of us. Hey, it takes a lot of courage to do this. Um, I'm a little bit more outspoken or outgoing, not shy than some people, and so it's not as hard for me. But I know for some people, this is like getting over this fear of being on the camera. Yay, it worked! That's just so awesome to me. Like you don't have to put anything in there other than your that tagline. So yeah, so it takes courage. Um, no matter even if you're confident, it's still you're putting yourself out there. And I think I've mentioned before that I started my channel because I want to tell yeah, I do have fun doing the lives as well. I have a lot of energy after. Like it takes me a while on Wednesdays, I don't go to sleep. So I started my YouTube channel because I believe that every quilt has a story. I wanted to tell the stories, and so I'm taking storytelling lessons, classes, YouTube books, as much as I can get my hands on, and so hopefully I'll be able to improve my skills and not say as much and like have legitimate stories and know how to be better at that. Um, took you almost 5 years, yeah. Well, I've been doing it now. I'm on my third year, so I just had my second anniversary on YouTube, and I'm like at 110, I think, videos. I just started doing lives, and makes all the difference. Like I can watch myself and not have problems. Um, yeah, a lot of people, they don't want to hear themselves talk. They don't want to be in public. I'm like, I'm so okay with it now. Yes, my birthday is coming up. It is my birthday on Friday, and we are going to eat crawfish. They're really expensive right now, but it's my birthday, and that's what I want. My husband doesn't eat them, so he's gonna have a hamburger, probably, or something else. I don't know what he'll eat. But so it's Lent right now for all of Catholic people all around South Louisiana, and they don't eat meat on Fridays. So eating crawfish on Friday night is really hard. Um, and you have to go early, and there's always a lot of people. Sometimes they run out and you don't get any. It's a thing around here. And so we're gonna go tomorrow night to be sure that I get my crawfish. Oh, thank you, Joyce. And I did when I get to 500 subscribers, which I think I'm at 470 something right now. When I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to reward myself with a new camera. And so the camera I want is kind of expensive. Well, not for cameras, but it's like more money than I have to spend at this moment. And my grandbaby's birthday is coming up. And the crawfish are expensive. Oh yeah. Yes, they do swim backwards with their little tail. They flutter. It's a huge industry around here, crawfish. And so yes, they get very expensive. They're like over like I want to say 250, $260, $2.60 a pound, something like that. And so to go out and have a meal for, because you get like either a 5 or a 10 pound order to have, at a restaurant. Um, that's usually the standard. Yeah. And so you end up paying like $30 for an order of crawfish. So that's expensive. My oldest stepdaughter eats them, but my husband and the youngest daughter does not. My son and his wife love them, but they're in El Paso. So that's like a special treat. They have to have them shipped over there. I'm loving this little cupcake. Mud bugs burned your mouth. Are they too spicy? I like them spicy. When you cook them, of course, you have to. Yeah, I am an old lady. They turn red. Yeah. Now sometimes they are darker maroon depending on where they were grown. But for the most part, yeah, they're pretty red. I am just totally digging this brown too, this gold metallic. I wonder if I should if I have enough. I will. And then I'm going to put the cream maybe in there around because I do have some white spots that need to be covered. Yes. And then starts running from all the spices. I really like that. Okay, so it's my birthday, but I can tell y'all the older I get, the more spicy foods I want. Yes, they're like little lobsters, but to me they have a lot more flavor. Oh, thank you. I went to a wedding this weekend and they had the best cake. It was um it was just a small family gathering at their house. Hey Jerry, welcome, welcome, welcome. And so during the reception, the neighbors brought the cake over and it was a red velvet cake with chocolate filling, but down the center, all the filling in the middle of all the cakes was like mocha. Like she had put not mocha, coffee. Like she had put coffee in the chocolate and it was like really strong. Oh my God, it was so good. Y'all are watching me be creative here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. That brown is definitely too dark though. So let's change the brown. I'm gonna do the pink next. This is how I work, guys. I'm completely random. So we're gonna do the purple thread. Does anybody else have a Janome sewing machine? And if so, do you like it? Or do you really have an opinion? Oh my God, cheesecake frosting seriously does not get any better than that. Lisa, you have a Janome? Um, so I went to get a juke. Is it Juki? A juke? Juki? Um, but I ended up going with the Janome, and it has a lot more bells and whistles, which I'm glad they kind of talked me into getting all the bells and whistles because I do use them. Um, I was just wondering. I know a lot of Berninas are really good. Um, I don't know why I went with Janome. I haven't had any problems with it. What's better, a Janome or a Bernina? Taking a poll. Yeah, it's done its job. It's moved on. I've thought about getting I like singers, and really I love my singers. Most of them were given to me. This was like the first nice um I can't thread and speak at the same time. This is really the first nice machine I've had. Yes, yeah, that's kind of what I think about burning this, that they're kind of workhorses. But that's kind of how I feel about this one. Like it goes. I don't know what the stitch per inch is, but it's like I have to slow myself down sometimes. I get out of control. You know, I like to get a little crazy sometimes. So again, no plan here. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. Um, if you have a channel, you can put exclamation quilted and it'll show up. So I have the Janome Memory Craft 6700P. There you go. And obviously you know my channel because you're here. It worked! Tammy, did your I cut out of your live last night. I don't know what happened. I was watching and all of a sudden you were gone. Did you get cut off? Oh, I hear you about the service part. I I I do that with cars. I don't buy a car unless I can get it serviced in town. Fortunately, I live in a big enough town where I have options for the sewing machines. Um, yeah, Tammy, just completely got cut off from you. You know, the one time I catch it, I probably should pay attention more because what happens is I get in my room and I start sewing and I don't even turn the TV on anymore. Thank you, Chloe. Yep, it's tomorrow. I'll be 52. I know I don't look that old, right? Oh, good. Because it's my birthday, but I really don't have any plans tomorrow night. Like, oh no, you're going to be live tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to eat crawfish. I may be around Friday. Does anybody have a live on Friday evening? Who's Susan? Where's Susan? Did I miss it? Stitch by Susan. Susan, I saw you were on with you had Karina on your podcast. I haven't listened to it yet, but I cannot wait. How cool is that? I so I had to turn in my 500 subscribers. Yay! Congratulations. One at three. Oh, that's my time. Brand spanking new. Okay, cool. I saw it, but I haven't listened to it. But I'm so excited. So I had to submit a my presentation for The Sweet Life of a Designer by Karina Gardner. Like it's a video. Oh, shoot. Y'all know I'm always losing my words. It is an online virtual conference that she's having, and I am presenting. I will have affiliate links shortly. And so I was not completely happy with what I turned in, but I turned it in, and I hope that I don't lose all credibility with Karina. Yeah. So I have not taken her courses. She does training on and she does education on surface design. So designing patterns, designing um anything that you can print, paper, wallpaper, anything like that. I know I'm super excited, Susan. I met when Karina was at in Utah with us. I introduced myself and I was like, please. And so she gave me a chance, and so let's hope that I did not ruin it. And just so that you guys are aware, so I am a social worker, and so I told her I want to present on mental health and crafting and mental health and sewing and craft, and just how being creative is good for the soul. And so she was like, "Oh, we love that." And so I put it together and then I sent it in. I'm very nervous about it. And also about the storytelling, I've been listening to this book and trying to get some training on being a better storyteller. So I tell a story in the beginning that is it's not a secret, it's not anything major, but it kind of is vulnerable. It's about a quilt that I made. I call it my healing quilt. And so I kind of tell the story of that quilt. And yeah, so I hope it goes over well. Susan, if you have any grace with Karina, if she is like, "Oh, that Amber girl," you can you can tell her, "Oh, she's normally better than that." I don't think I laughed enough. I was trying to be all serious. I was in my social work mode. I was trying to be all serious and professional. Okay, so Deb is at 2. Susan is um the reason that I have lives. She started, well, her and Sean really, but when I met Susan in October of last year, she was like, "Girl, just do it. Just do it." So I was thinking about it, and finally by January, Sean was like, "Come on with me and I'll walk you through the first one." And I've kind of like not looked back since. And so I totally appreciate you, Susan. Um, so if any of you want, oh, and Susan, if you put exclamation quilt, your channel will pop up so people can watch you or be at least aware of your channel. And so I do watch Susan's channels, um, and have gotten lots of inspiration from her as well. One day I would like to take her class. Y'all, there's so many good classes out there that we could take and learn from each other. Um, yeah. I got the most amazing quilt in today. One of the ladies brought one of the few ladies that I long arm for. She brought her. Yeah, Susan is amazing. If you don't watch her channel, go check her out. Um, So she brought in a quilt and she was like, "It's my granddaughter's first quilt." So her granddaughter is 25 and made this quilt, and I'm gonna make a video about it because there's no way this is this girl's first quilt. I was like, "This is amazing." Again, making me feel kind of bad about my points not always being perfect. And so I'm gonna make a video. It's awesome. What I like about it is it's the I don't know what the name of the pattern is. I'm gonna have to find out. But there's stars all over. Oh, you have a membership to her classes? Yeah. I love it. So Susan, like this is the Susan show now. She's so calm and just like, cool and collected. I feel like I'm scattered and all over the place. And she's like, I got this. I got this. Okay, so back to my story. I'm so all over the place. See, so I need to find out the name of the pattern, but it's stars all over. And then in the border, the stars kind of continue. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna find out the name and show you guys and I'll put like probably just a short because I just haven't really been doing a whole lot of long forms. But anyway, yeah. So I'll be probably quilting that on my birthday. Does anybody else have any big plans? Any big quilting plans this weekend? Yeah, Sean has a live schedule. It's like I think it's a Google spreadsheet where he has everybody up on there. I need to check it out. Okay, I don't know how this ribbon, I think it feels like it's too thick. I can always take it off, right? Here we go. Oh, there was something else I wanted to mention now that I can't remember. Um, Something that I'm working on. Not the Rosine. For those of you who weren't here earlier, you know that I was working on a road sign series, and I found out that the state does not allow any copyright permissions. Like I even asked, can I request permission? I'll share everything with you. You could be involved in the process. I don't know who owns the rights. Is it the artist or the state? And so the state owns the rights. all of they're not considered road signs, they're considered um logos, and so I can't recreate them in quilt format. Here's um so I'm going to do something, and I'm still gonna do the public domain road signs, like just the generic speed limit and things like that. I did run across The other thing I ran across was there's a person who does foundation paper piece quilt blocks that has a lot of road signs, so like deer crossing, um, hiking tents, like stuff like that in road signs. So that's pretty cool. And she sells the block pattern, so you can kind of buy as many as you want and put them together. I thought I like that. I might have to, but I don't create foundation paper piece patterns. I have done a couple of times. I have actually on the hurricane evacuation route sign, I kind of did foundation paper piece without a pattern. I just kind of started putting things together until it worked out. It just seems very complicated to me, like if I tried to do a pattern. I did meet a girl who writes foundation paper piece patterns, and I was like, I think it's pretty intimidating. I was like, did you do a lot of foundation paper piecing before you made the patterns? And she's like, nope, just figured it out as I went along. I was like, life goals. Like she's one of my soul sisters, I think. And y'all, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. These curves. I wonder if it's gonna make the if it's gonna make it buckle. I might end up having to undo this and redo it. See, when I don't have a plan, oh, made it backwards through the rearview mirror. The other thing I thought of was doing it kind of blurry, where you could kind of see what it was, but not really, or change it up and just make up my own um, one that doesn't really exist. Like, there's not one. I don't know. Make up an alligator one, and like it could be mine. Put Cheeky Quilter Lane on it. But I do like the idea of just kind of like making it my own and making it blurry so that it's not copyright infringement. Like, because I don't want to do that if I don't like. I think I can not get around it like in a sneaky way, but like do something that's really cool and artsy and is pay homage to it without like copyright infringing it. So that's kind of my goal is to see if I can work something like that out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I might have to do something different with it because I had to buckle it to get it on the turns. So it may not work as well. I may have to be a little bit more creative. I love the idea of the rearview mirror though. The other thing I looked at was some pictures of the for those of you who are familiar with um parks, national parks, there's some really cool like pictures, um not copyrighted of course, but like general use pictures that I thought about like kind of recreating. So here's let me pull it up. How do we like that? So I just did it on the bottom. Oh, it looks better than it felt. See, it's just the bottom that goes up. Is that part that I'm really gonna have to take a look at. I think once it's all down and finished, I think it actually might not be that bad. Yay. Once I quilt it. Yes, my Janome does have a knee lift. Looks good enough to eat. Mhm. Look, and this is the reason I do not keep sweets in my house. We bought I always make I think I told y'all a few weeks ago about I was gonna bring something for my nieces to bake. Well, I bought cookie dough from Costco, and we didn't end up baking the cookies. And I was like, "Girls, all yours, take it home, please." And so they were so excited, and they took the cookie dough home. So last night, I looked at my husband. I was like, "Thank God that cookie dough is not in our house because I would be eating it right now." So I think I'm gonna keep going with the purple. I like it. It turned out good. And I want to give it some like definition to make it look like it's swirling. Oh, that would be so cute. The finger or the thumb blocking some of the picture. That would be really cute. Do you do your own patterns? Yeah, I think you do. I think we talked about that. That's really cute. I don't know why I took this off the thing. I don't think I realized it was that long. See, now I don't want that to cover up the ribbon. I'm thread painting. Kinda is what it feels like. I'm having fun figuring it out. And the thing is, I turned in with Karina Gardner, I turned in a freebie. And so the pattern for this quilt is a freebie. And I didn't have it finished, so it's just like the concept picture that I created online. And so I'm like super excited to get it finished and use it in display maybe. I don't know. This is fun. I don't know that I'll ever go back to like real, I say real, traditional quilting. It's I feel like I have to play by other people's rules. Yeah. Like I know mom does not like to sew without a pattern. Um I like the creative process. Even if I follow a pattern, I change all the colors up. Like I have to change something. I can't just do it exactly as is. I'm sure there's a diagnosis in there somewhere. So when I'm doing these little quilts like this, I do free motion quilting on my long arm so that I can practice it, and I'm getting better. And it's stuck on my foot. Yeah, I'm a hot mess. I don't know if y'all if y'all figured that out. Like sometimes I watch some of these people online and they're just so perfect and their backgrounds are perfect and everything is perfect. And I'm like, oh, like I don't even know if I want to be like that. That just looks so hard. Like, is it hard to be perfect like that? It's ribbon. I'm using some ribbon. Um, it's got to be hard. Like to me, that would be so hard to have everything in place all the time. I just can't. I've just never been that way. Is that something, is that a like a creative brain thing? And so mom and I are using or doing a workshop at her shop for the alley, the gator pattern. I'm so excited. So I don't think I have anybody on my live right now that's local, but if you are in South Louisiana, good night. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you. So we're doing this, just a couple hours doing the alligator pattern. So we have spots. I think we can fit like 10 people in her shop. I think we can fit more than that, but she's nervous. So we'll see. So really, like as I'm doing it, the purple looks so dark, but it really is not showing up dark. Once it's all quilted, I think it's going to be fine. Yay! This is fun. Does it look like a shadow? So I think I'm only going to do one side of the heart with the purple. The other side will get the red, but I want it to look more like a shadow. Can y'all see that? Like this. Got my nose running. It's finally starting to warm up over here. I'm a creative soul. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna post pictures of it when I'm done. I tried to do the swirl frost. I'm glad it made that's what I was hoping. Okay, and y'all are gonna laugh. I got the idea to do the swirl frosting from a game that I play on my phone. They they have cupcakes and they have swirl tops, and I was like, oh, I like that. And so I kind of looked for a picture of a cupcake that I could replicate that had the swirl pattern, and I hope, well, clearly you picked up on it, so I did good enough. I mean, how sweet is this going to be in some little girl's bedroom? I love it. Unless I somehow mess it up between here and whenever. This is fun. Like to me, this is way better than like just piecing a quilt together. And we're at an hour and I'm still going. Um, no, I don't know. Sometimes I go longer, sometimes I cut it short, but I still have a lot of work to do, so I'm just going to stay on. Thank you for those of you who are still with me. I appreciate you. So when I was younger, I used to keep all things crafty in my room. Like my mom said, if she couldn't find the tape, she would come check out in my room, and there it was. I wish I had some smaller rickrack. I was wondering if I should do a candle. You think it needs a candle? The reason I didn't put the candle on it because I didn't want it to look too much like a birthday thing, and that's kind of why I put the big heart. But do you think I need a candle? I'm not opposed to the candle. I did think about it. Oh, I might have to take this part out. I don't know if y'all can see that one. I don't know how it's looking. I might have to take that out. But I need more sparkle is what I'm hearing. So I have about three other patterns for like different cupcakes. One has like a cherry on top. I think that one is super cute. Oh, you're creating in your own brain. Are you gonna? We should have a like a bake off, a cupcake, a sew off, like the British Baking Channel, but with sewing. So I did join a block of the month club for the first time ever. The quilt folks. Have y'all ever done that one? So it is like through the decades. I think it's like music through the decades. And so I'm kind of anxious to see what the blocks are. We get the package comes in March and then April through December are the blocks. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I've never done a block of the month. I thought about doing a block a month. We just sewing one block per month. Not in a club or anything like that's just oh, you wouldn't lose. I bet you could come up with something cute. I'll send you the pattern. Or you could just draw one up. You're creative. And I'm slowly but surely working on that t-shirt quilt too. One day I'm gonna get it done. The I started organizing my t-shirt Tuesdays, making kind of like what are we going to talk about when, what are the questions. And so for those of you who may or may not be interested in making t-shirt quilts, what are some questions you have that you would, I know the big question is how many shirts do I need? I get that question a lot. Um, do I put interfacing or backing on it? Is another question that we get a lot. So we'll cover those things. And anything else that you think we need to cover in that first week and moving forward, let me know. I think somebody asked me earlier about my birthday. I don't know if I answered it again. Yes, my birthday is this week and we're going out to eat tomorrow night, getting some good Louisiana crawfish. Might even get some alligator. Alligator. Oh, good night. Time change. Yeah. For some reason, the time change didn't bother me as much this year. Thank you for joining us, Lisa. Is it wrong that I want to eat alligator? It's like chicken. It's a good lean white meat. How many of you use these things? What is it called? A stylus? I used to not use them. I've been using it a lot more lately. I think I'm just more comfortable with all of that. Deb, what are you working on? Yeah, it is pretty good. It's really lean. Where'd you have alligator, Judy? I'm just curious. I think they serve it a lot of places. I know alligators are really overpopulated here, so the meat is not like rare. I really like the metallic rickrack. I think that's my favorite part so far. I think rickrack is much more forgiving and easier to work with than this ribbon. I don't know, it just bends easier. This ribbon is oh okay, yeah. As as Cajuns get around. Was the food good there other than the alligator? I like spicy food. I think we covered that earlier, but just to reiterate, oh, a crown like Crown Royal bag quilt or like crowns. I'm right here, guys. I'm not leaving you. You have to do something because like a crown quilt. Oh, Crown Royal bags. I have a ton of Crown Royal bags. I think I'm gonna start sewing in my crown. What do y'all think? Should I keep it? I have another one. This one I think is not as comfortable. For those of you who are just listening and lurking, I'm putting on crowns, tiaras. You never know what you're gonna get. See, that's why you can't leave early. Tell all your friends they left too early. I'm gonna call my best friend Adam and say, "Oh my God, you're not gonna believe what I did." One of my favorite quilts that I've ever made was with Crown Royal bags. What pattern did you use? You need to send us a picture of your Crown Royal quilt. I've heard that they're phasing out the bags, that you aren't going to be like that. The Crown Royal is not coming with bags anymore. I don't know how true it is, but it's enough that I keep all bags because I heard somebody say they spent $5 a piece on Crown Royal bags on Etsy. I was like, good Lord, I probably have 300 of them. I can make me some money. Okay, so the purple outline is done. Oh, it looks cute. Oh, good. I'll be looking for those pictures. Where are you going to post them? Oh, it is true. They are phasing them out. I say 300 is probably more like 500. I'm not kidding. I've got a lot of Crown Royal bags. People give them to me, and I keep it to myself that they're phasing some of them out. All right, guys, I'm at a stopping point, and I've got my crown on. I think I'm gonna wear it from now until my birthday, maybe the whole month. I don't know, which one do y'all like better? This one's my favorite. This one or this one? Let's see. See, I like that one. This one's a replica of like one of the royal crowns, the British royalty. And this one was, I was actually royalty in my Mardi Gras crew at one point, and this was my crown, my tiara, excuse me. I don't know how it's supposed to fit on your hand. Oh, good. Okay. Well, I'll check out. I may not be able to watch it live, but I'll definitely check it out on Tammy's show. Um, I forgot she does that, and you can log in and show them off. That's pretty cool. So I am planning to start the T-shirt Tuesdays on April the 2nd, I think. Maybe the 1st is a Tuesday. I'll have to look it up. But I'll be posting those. I'll put thumbnails and schedule them. Hey, Jessica, are you just joining us? I was about to sign off. But if you want to see what I was working on tonight, bam, my cupcake. Turns out it's really cute. Yes, April 1st is the first Tuesday. Awesome. So I will do every Tuesday in April, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to be permanent or if it's just going to be the just of April, and maybe we'll just kind of start over again. We'll see about that. But definitely plan on every Tuesday in April, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes. Might be end up being like a fun thing that we just keep going. So yeah. Thank you all so much for coming and joining and staying for my birthday party. It's a surprise, so you can't put it on your page yet. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a great evening, and thanks for staying and watching. For those of you who are catching it on the replay, appreciate you. For those of you who are here, mwah, peace out. Y'all have a good day.